Hello, I'm Joe Barks. Welcome to another edition of The Road Back, brought to you by Club and Resort Business, Club and Resort Chef, and the Club and Resort Chef Association. Today's episode is sponsored by PHX Architecture, an award-winning firm led by architect Eric B. Peterson that specializes in golf clubhouse, restaurant, and boutique hospitality design, as well as luxury residential projects. With offices in Scottsdale, Arizona, and Beverly Hills, California, PHX's design concepts continually evolve, conform, and most importantly, respond to each project's unique characteristics. The PHX team defines living architecture as a space that harmoniously combines site, form, functionality, and the human scale, creating the connective link between the surrounding environment and the client's goals and vision. The firm has designed many completed club and resort industry projects throughout the U.S., including the Bench at the Lodge at Pebble Beach, PGA West Private and Stadium Club, and Desert Mountains Sonoran Club and Practice Facility. The firm has also recently been signed on as the design architect for the new clubhouse at Mickelson National in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Learn more at phxarc.com. For today's fresh insight into how club and resort properties are meeting the challenges posed by the coronavirus outbreak and finding new and innovative ways to boost business levels and start their return to full operation, we're going to talk with members of the management team at Desert Highlands in Scottsdale, Arizona, which recently began a $2 million clubhouse enhancement that will create a new gastropub named after Jack Nicklaus that will include a piano bar and upgraded lounge area. A complete kitchen renovation will also be part of the project, which is scheduled to be completed by mid-October. With us today from Desert Highlands, we have General Manager and Chief Operating Officer Monty Beckton, Clubhouse Manager Ron Kubanani, and Membership Communications Manager Sarah Kane. We really thank you all for giving us a few minutes today. And Monty, maybe you could start by giving us a quick history and timeline for how the need for these projects came about and how they were originally planned and scheduled.
Well, Joe, thanks. First and foremost, we appreciate the time. We're really excited about this project. You talked about and touched on PHX Architecture, Eric and his team. We began this journey probably 18 months ago, not long after my arrival and Ron's arrival and Sarah getting on board, talking about we really only had one element of dining within our club. And we're really an association more than a private club. So we've got 563 homes that have access to all of our amenities. And we challenged ourselves for how could we offer another different aspect of dining to our component to our clubhouse. And we had some space to do that. It was just trying to figure out how to utilize that space in a better way. So as you said, we engaged with PHX and Eric. We also engaged with James Smith. James is a hospitality consultant that does a lot of work around branding, around concepting and all those things. He had helped the board here through the renovation of this clubhouse in 2013. So I think it's important to mention what he's added to the project. And as well, in addition to that, they pulled Hatch Design in. They recommended them on the design side. When you look at their work, they're really good at concepting. And what Ron and I had talked about this whole time was, let's not just create the grill at Desert Highlands. It's just not very sexy. It doesn't add much. And we really wanted to focus more on the experience, which in the Valley, you're seeing a lot of different amenities added to help create experiences. And along with this, within our community, we've got the dog park, the putting course, the racket club, 3 surfaces of tennis. So we really wanted to create an experience, and that led us down the path to Jack's. The original concepting really was a gastro pub, is the concept behind it. And then Jack's evolved. Desert Highlands was Jack's first project. Him and Lyle Anderson partnered together, a developer out here in the Valley that's world-renowned for the projects that he's done. But they partnered up to introduce golf to the desert and Jack's design. We also hosted the Skins game in '83 and '84, the original Skins game. So we decided that it would be a real catalyst to pull Jack's name into it and the Skins game concept. And really, we're focused on the experience of that dining in a gastropub type environment. So they've done a really good job on the concepting. Even with the COVID-19 issues, our members are so excited about this new venue, about the things that we've promoted in it, the style of food we're going to offer, the dining experience. In conjunction with this, in phase 2, Wendell Pickett, who does some just unbelievable design work around the country on the exterior side, is already really concepted an outdoor entertainment space. A little similar to, if people are familiar with Desert Mountain out here, Desert Mountain has great acclaim Original developer was Lyle Anderson as well, but the team out there has just done some fantastic things in creating unique experiences. So we studied what they did, how we could do some things to make it unique. So that's kind of a long story short. That's how we came together on this. Demolition's pretty much complete. We're back in the put together phase, and our kitchen hadn't been renovated in 20 years. So in conjunction with this, we rolled that into the project. So as I said, we're really excited about it. I tell you, the members are absolutely waited with bated breath to get in the facility. And even if we have to open at 50% occupancy, which we're anticipating sometime in October, we'll live through that, and we'll be prepared once we find a solution to the virus and a way to adapt to that.
I can understand why it was such an exciting project, but as the coronavirus outbreak started to unfold, what sort of discussions did you have to hold about reconsidering the project in part or in whole, and were there any adjustments that you had to think about for design or construction or other aspects as you decided to proceed with it?
That's a great question, and we've focused with our membership and explained to them we've got to deal with the virus today, but we've always got to keep an eye on the future, because you can't lose the fact that things are going to evolve. We're going to find our way out of this eventually, so we want to be prepared when that does happen. That's what really pushed it forward. I will tell you what we did do. Wendell's piece on the outside is a little more involved with the city from a permitting perspective and those things. So we decided to put Wendell's piece off for 6 to 12 months. So we'll probably do that in 2021 and go ahead and finish the Jack's interior part, patio aspects kind of as phase one. So that's a great question. Financially, we did decide to take a little pause on the outdoor entertainment area, but it was really twofold, not just the virus, but looking out for timelines and working through the city and those complex issues surrounding that.
I know that Arizona's had a spike, like a lot of states and a lot of areas of the country. Has that affected the project's execution at all? Not only because of how you've had to operate it, but where contractors and suppliers are concerned? And what sort of contingencies do you look at for just like the best and worst case scenarios going forward?
Well, we've been very fortunate. True North Builders has taken on the contractor role on this project. And I guess the good news is we didn't move any walls. We didn't add roof line. We were able to do it within the confines of our original building envelope. Therefore, it simplified the project. They've got enough subs coming in and out. We have not, fortunately, really been impacted by the virus as far as you might anticipate with our subcontractors working through them. They've been on pace. So I can tell you, I don't think that's going to have a huge impact on the outcome of the project so far. And like I said, I'd put us probably at the 50-yard line on the project. We'll be starting to put things back in place and drywall in and all those in the next couple of weeks here. But so far, so good. But like I said, we're fortunate. It just wasn't an overly complex project with huge crews coming in and out. So we've been able to navigate that, and it's gone well so far.
That's great. And conversely, have you found some benefits to being able to proceed with a project like this when things are kind of limited and restricted?
We were surprised in the Arizona market. We anticipated, and you make a great point, when the virus kind of came to the forefront, we thought that construction in Arizona would slow down, and we may benefit actually by moving forward with some of the subs might bid on work, because Arizona has been a very robust economy. Lots of construction in the last 5 years. The state's just been booming. So we anticipated some savings. At the end of the day, I don't know if we really did realize much savings. I think when I talked to True North, they said what it probably did was cause some people to go ahead and submit bids on the subcontractor side in anticipation that work may slow down in the valley. But I can tell you, for example, we're an association once again, so we're looking for home sales. New homeowners means they pay us a $75,000 fee and then start paying us the dues every month. So we're on pace to meet or beat sales from 2019. Things are robust in the valley. Construction has stayed steady. So I think that's a great point. And I would tell you, probably at the end of the day, we were just able to attract some subcontractors that might not have been as interested before the virus hit.
Nice. Hey, Sarah, I know that, good communication to members is always important during construction projects to provide progress reports and alerts about possible disruptions. I know you've been posting photos about the construction on almost a daily basis. What else has gone into your communication strategy for this project? Is it any different than normal? Have you changed the usual approach because of the circumstances surrounding it?
I would say about a year ago, we started producing videos and that's definitely been a hit with our membership for a couple reasons. I think people are visual learners, so I think that they enjoy the videos, and it's also a great documentation for something like construction where you can combine, like before and after, or you can go and you can take some video of like a large piece of machinery going in and taking off a roof. Like that's definitely very, very interesting for anyone, and especially for our members because it hits close to home, especially for our membership as well, because a lot of them are away, or if our club is closed, we can show them and document things that are going on in a visual perspective. And they've definitely enjoyed that.
Great. Ron, you have any advice for your fellow club managers about how to plan and execute a project like this in today's environment?
What I've learned during this process is you need to learn your members, you need to understand your members, and you need to provide a service, and you need to give them basically what they want. We are fortunate to have a great chef on board, and with this project, we've been able to separate our fine dining versus a casual dining, and I think that's gonna benefit a wide variety of our members. That if they want to come and grab a quick sandwich with a burger after a round of golf, or if they want to come and have a date night on a Friday night, we're able to provide that service. And I think that's what they've been looking for. So getting to know your members and understanding their needs, I think, is very important. And that's what we've done, I think, so far.
Monty, have you had a lot of other general managers call you who thought they couldn't get a project done in this time and asking you how you're doing it? Or
in all fairness, we're not shy about studying the marketplace, looking what's happening in the valley. Desert Highlands had kind of become one-dimensional. So I will tell you, we had kind of fallen behind to a certain extent. And I've got to get credit. I've been out here for 2 years in the valley, joined the Desert Highlands team in 2018, Ron and Sarah and I about the same time. And the managers out here have just been overwhelmingly supportive, opening their doors, sharing ideas, telling us how things have, evolved. So I would actually tell you it's almost reversed. We were a little behind, and they were just an outstanding resource for us to bounce ideas off of, go look at their concepts, see what was good, what was bad. And I think we're getting ourselves in a position where we'll be back into a leadership role, and people will want to come, and we'll be happy to reciprocate that same type of cooperation with them and invite them in and see how the concept's working and how members are perceiving it and receiving it. So I would say it's more of the relationships with the other managers in the valley that really make it really rewarding and fun to do these kind of projects.
Well, great. I want to thank you all for your input. I think this is really going to be helpful to other managers as they consider or execute projects at their properties under these unique conditions that we're all operating under this year. It's certainly an exciting project, and we'll look forward to hearing more about it and seeing the final results. So we'll look forward to having you tell us about that. We'll be glad to publish it in Club and Resort Business. Once again, this has been The Road Back, brought to you by Club and Resort Business, Club and Resort Chef, and the Club and Resort Chef Association. And today's episode was sponsored by PHX Architecture. If you have a great idea or success story you'd like to see featured on a future episode of The Road Back, please contact us at editor@clubandresortbusiness.com.